This is worth about $1,000. The couple in it paid nothing, not $1. And there's a golden ticket hidden in this video that gets you one as well. Half a second, one flash, blink, it's gone. Catch it, DM us the timestamp, and it could be yours. Eyes up. Now here's the part that's never happened before. Every one of these has always been for our couples, past clients only. You had to have already been through a wedding day with us to get anywhere near one. Not anymore. 20 tickets this year, and starting right now, they're open to everybody. Past client, current client, book for next year client, never heard of us until 90 seconds ago. I don't care. If you're engaged, if you're expecting, if you just want to be back in front of a camera with the person you love, you're eligible. First time in 14 years. Let's have some fucking fun with this. Now, Windy City production couples, I'm gonna be honest. I hope you're hungrier than everybody else. I hope you fight for these. You know what this is. You've lived it. Don't let somebody who found us today take one off your plate. And everybody else, if you know somebody engaged right now, somebody who deserves this, send them here, tag them, forward it, because I'll be straight with you. This offer is a little insane. 20, that's it. One's in this very video. All right, let me back up and show you what's actually in my hands. This is a Floricolor Folio triplex, 12 by 16, hand finished in Portugal by a print house that award-winning photographers in 50 countries trust with their work. 3 images, gallery quality. This thing will outlive every hard drive in my house, and hold on to that because it matters more than you think by the end of this. I shot this session July 7th over approximately 40 minutes, golden hour. 10 days later, it's on my desk from Portugal. This one belongs to Rebecca and Richard. Congratulations, you two. And this is what 40 minutes actually gets you. Every image fully edited, delivered, not a handful of favorites, the whole gallery. Theirs to keep forever. Here's what's inside a golden ticket. 40 minutes with me or Katie, the same 2 names that shoot our luxury weddings. Same cameras, same glass, nothing downgraded. Cantini Park, 500 acres of formal gardens and estate grounds. Full professional edit, that entire gallery you just saw, and this folio. Now, Rebecca and Richard's night, Cantini was closed, so we found a park down the street and made it work, which honestly, that's the whole point. The park didn't do this. Luxury maternity sessions in the city run $850 to $1,500. Call the ticket $1,000. And I think that's light because the truth is, the session isn't for sale at any price. You can't buy it. You can only find it. 20 exist this year, hidden across our drops. One of them is right here in this video. Here's what I actually want to talk about because none of this is new. That's the part that gets me. I've been doing this for 14 years. I've shot hundreds of free mini sessions, hundreds. Nobody handed out a ticket for it. Nobody made a video about it. It was just what I did. 20 isn't the launch of a program. 20 is the first time in my life I've ever put a limit on it. Same story with the closet. For 14 years, couples have come to me having lost everything, and I have never charged a soul to go find it. Not once, countless times. This is the first year I've ever put a price on it, and I hate it. 2 firsts, same year, same reason. So let me tell you what the reason is, because I owe you that before I show you anything else. I have 3 kids at home. Every search takes, on average, about 2 days. 2 days of pulling drives out of a tower that leans in a way no tower of hard drives should lean, plugging them into machines old enough to still read them, running format checks, praying. 2 days in a closet is 2 days my kids don't get. That's the trade. And there's no version where it isn't. And Katie's not a fan of the recovery work, and she's right. Somebody in this partnership has to ask what it actually costs, and that's her job. She's the one who's gonna kill me when the next stack of drives show up. She's been right about this longer than I've been willing to admit. Here's the math, and I'll be as transparent as this as I am about everything else. At the price I'm quoting, I still come out behind. Strictly financially, I'd be better off never opening that door at all. Never looking, never trying. So it was never about the money. I just committed to giving away $20,000 of my own work, one folio at a time. You don't get to call this a cash grab. It's about the time. And I don't want to leave my kids rich with money. I want to leave them rich with memories and adventures. That time has to count for something. So this year, I put a limit on it. Hundreds of free sessions became 20. 14 years of free recovery got a price. That's not me pulling back. That's me finally admitting the sand's running out on me too. And if I can't find it, you don't pay. That's not a pitch, that's honesty. One more thing before I show you this. One of our earliest associates shot alongside us for years. This one in particular was one of the most passionate shooters I have ever shot with, to be honest. They went out on their own in 2019, and Katie and I were thrilled for them genuinely. Unfortunately, they're not in business anymore, and based on the reviews, it looks like a lost wedding may have played a part. That's not my story to tell, but I think about them every single time I open that closet door. Because here's what nobody thinks about when a shooter disappears. Everything they were holding disappears with them. 6 out of 10 shooters gone inside a year. Most of the rest by year 2. That's not a statistic to me. I watched it happen to someone I cared about. Erica and Alex got lucky. While the associate who captured their wedding is no longer in the industry, I'm still here with the Tower of Love stories. Now, I want to walk you through how we remastered their wedding day love story. All right, before we get into it, I just got to put this in perspective. I'm 6'3". This thing's a monster. I went as big as we humanly can. So, for perspective, once again, 6'3". Officially, successfully recovered that, and what I'm really hoping to kind of walk you guys through is what I'm calling a remastered. So remember, this was 9 years ago. I mean, I don't want to age myself, but I was 21 back then. No, I definitely wasn't. Definitely older. But the point is, the world looked a lot different 9 years ago, and the fact that we're not just talking the cinema, we're talking the raw files, the project files. I was a little bit worried there as I went to continue to update it. I'm like, that's a crazy leap forward as you're trying to leap forward step by step to get it to the current Final Cut version. Everything went successful. The only downside I ran into is this associate had a specific LUT or look that they used, and I could not locate it. So I just did a quick color grade, and let's see if we can pull this puppy up. And did pretty good as far as matching it. And before we even do that, I think the most pressing and crazy thing is, as I was listening to it, I'm like, man, the world we now live into, I'm so jealous but thankful for you young videographers. Let's just tackle the audio. So back then, man, you have no clue how hard this was. And, 9 years ago, things have changed so dramatically. I mean, I'm glad for you guys. But I'm going to show you guys the actual audio that was in this cinema. So let's hear it.
You, Erica,
To be my wife.
to be my
All right, so hold on. That's the fixed. So this is the original. So listen to the actual audio.
wife.
I promise to be faithful to
I
you.
promise to be faithful to you
In good times.
in
and
good times and in bad,
In sickness and in health.
in sickness and in health.
I will love you
I will love you
and honor you
and honor you
all the days of my life.
all the days of my life.
So you could hear the echo. It's in a church. This is very common. And then I went through and polished it up and fixed it. And this is now the end result.
Erica,
Take you, Erica,
to be my wife.
to be my wife.
I promise to be
Hear how
faithful
clean
I
that
promise
is.
to be faithful to you
in good times.
in
and
good times and in bad.
bad. In si-
All right, I'm going to play the original again.
You, Erica,
to be my wife.
to be my wife.
I promise to be faithful to
I
you.
promise to be faithful to you
In good times.
in
and
good times
So
and in
echoey,
bad.
right? Now, once again.
I, Alejandro,
Take you, Erica,
take you, Erica,
to be my wife.
to be my wife.
Clean.
Promise to be faithful.
The other part, as he's in the hotel room here reading his note, I mean, there's like an AC compressor on in the background.
Of our love
And let's do original.
for each other, but I'm
You hear
looking
the
forward
fan.
for our forever together. I am so blessed to have met someone so loving and caring. Your genuine ability to be so positive at life, and
Versus now the clean.
so this day is just a celebration of our love for each other, but I'm looking forward for our forever together. I am so blessed to have met someone so loving and caring.
You can't hear
Your
it. It's
genuine
it's
ability.
wild.
To be so positive at life, and
Let's do her letter reading. Original.
Well, looks like we made it after everything we've been through, from security holding your hand after the club to moving on to our own place.
So you hear some wrestling, some ambient noise, right? Now cleaned up.
Like we made it after everything we've been through, from security holding your hand after the club to moving on to our own place.
Now, quick point two here. You hear the audio drop even in the cleaned up version that I did. So you hear it.
Hello, my love. Well, looks like we made it after everything we've been through.
Actually did a pretty good job.
Hello, my love. Well, looks like we made it after everything we've been through, from security holding.
Huh.
Hello, my love. Well, looks like
Right there. Wow. That's even more impressive. Holy smokes. Okay. I just caught that now. I thought it was going to be there.
Hello, my love. Well, looks like we made it.
Versus cleaned up.
Hello, my love. Well, looks like we made.
Whoa, that's wild. Okay, that blew up in my face. I was really trying to hope I can make the point, and this will be more obvious in the actual video itself. So audio does phenomenal. The video, a bit more challenging. And the challenge I mean is you want to capture to the best of your ability the first time around, because that's going to be the most usable long term, right? Now, obviously, with the tools I have, the audio sounds phenomenal. But for the video, as we get ready to dabble into that, you'll notice there's only so much we can do, right? So a shot that is completely out of focus, we're not fixing that. Like that's not going to be really reasonably fixable, to be honest, at least not in its current state. So stress this a lot, and I'll stress it again. When you are looking to hire someone, make sure they know how to do it the right way the first time. Because you're going to get the best long-term results, right? And that goes even with this edit. How this associate edited it, I disagree with. I would have done it more cleanly, and that's how I do mine, so they're preserved better for the long run. So let's just go through now. We cleaned the audio up. The next thing I did was I went through and I did my best to color grade, correct certain elements that I was like, ugh. And I mean, let's just be honest, this is 9 years ago. Like, this is so long ago. So I'm not judging that associate. Like, let's put this in perspective of where we were 9 years ago. But still was able to clean up some coloring, adjust it, make it look more reasonable. And then I also did some stabilization. And then being that they had a specific like LUT or look, my job was to essentially match that as close as possible. So I will show you. When we're looking at the screen here, what I have here is the original on the top and the remastered version on the bottom. And on the remastered, I'm going to turn my color grade off. See how it's a little bit flatter? So her look had a bit more punch to it. I gave it a bit more warmth from what I remember. And then give it that cinematic S-curve, crush the blacks a little bit, and then try to increase the punch on it a little bit. It's the best way I will describe it in my terms. Sorry if I'm not using the correct lingo, but that's what I did. And this is the look. I think we're fairly close, right, for the most part. So what I did from there, so remember, clean the audio up, stabilize specific clips, went through color graded because there were certain ones where I was like, oh my goodness, like I'll try to grab one real quick. I remember it was like a floral. Where was those flowers? Oh, even the hand touch, I thought. Let's find that hand touch real quick. Oh, the dress, yeah, 100%. The dress or the hand touch, I remember. Where's that upper portion of the dress? Bottom. There we go. All right, so the top is the original, right? So this is original. Let me see if I can blow this up. Apparently I plays it. So you could see a bit warmer. I was able to clean it up. And then look at the detail and sharpness. So I also upscaled this. I used, I'm not going to lie, an AI software that I just subscribed to. Is I think it was like $70 a month. But what it allows you to do is essentially they have various models that will go through, and frame by frame with older footage like this, it's going to go through, analyze it, try to add sharpness. There's different elements you can select, but yeah, so this is the end result. I mean, I should be able to zoom in. Let's see. So let's zoom to give you a better example. So the top up here, right? Sucks that I'm working on a screen that's probably 9 years old. It looks grainy from right here and a bit muddy versus, so we're going to look right at that, right where the dress is right about here. Feels a bit sharper, the edges. So let's check in the shadows. Oh, it's so touchy. Yeah, I feel like it's definitely a bit sharper. And then try to give you a better idea of the sharpness. And once again, so this is where, you know, here's another example. I mean, it did a pretty good job here, it looks like. Oops. Sorry about that. So as you can tell, coloring still slightly off. This is the remastered, so a bit more punchy, a bit more sharp around the edges, right? This is a bit more soft, in my opinion. Just from, and then if we were pixel peeping here, I mean, you could see how soft, and she's not quite in focus, right? Versus there. That's the whole story right there. Is that crazy? Like, that's it right there. Look at the sharpness and detail right here. And then look at right here. That's it. Need I say any more? We're just going to leave it at that. Now, I wish it was that success rate for every clip, but once again, I'm not able to see in behind the curtain, if you will, and not every clip looks that great, but this is probably one of the better ones, right? That it was able to really make look sharp and more in focus. And there's many moments throughout this video, but I think that drives that whole point home. The bigger point is, shoot it right the first time. Get it in focus. Like, had it been in focus, there's a lot more I can do with it, right? It's still exciting to think what is possible, right? But yeah, kind of crazy. So anyways, as I went to remaster this, so updated the audio, super clean, awesome audio now. Upscaled it. It went from 1080 to 4K. And as you can tell by that, it's sharper as the model ran through the clips and the movie itself. It's got a sharper look to it, right? The song selections back then, it was kind of like the Wild West. You could just get away with anything back then, I feel like. There weren't these sophisticated algorithms now that would flag your content and bring it down immediately. So we had songs in here that we shouldn't have had. The associated had placed in there. And this goes to my bigger point. So when I do create a cinema, I always export it with no songs. So just the natural audio. So it would literally look just like this, right? So
club to moving on to our own.
There's no
place.
songs. We haven't scored it, right?
What a time.
And the main reason being is because remember, like in the future, just like this case, we're like, shoot, what do we do? Like, I want them to have a product they could share with friends and family members, but that other one's going to get them immediately taken down or in trouble for copyright issues. So this is the importance of, in my opinion, creating, once again, a version that doesn't have tracks. It would be very easy for me to just boom, plop in the songs I'd like, or hopefully someone else. and then have a product that they can actually share. So that is what I did for them. They now have a version with no songs and just the audio that's perfectly cleaned up. And then they also have a song with licensed music from MusicBed. So they're all good to go as far as that goes. But yeah, crazy, man. The only thing, once again, was the title. I couldn't find a title. So these are the things, once again, 9 years ago, things changed a lot. We don't even really do title slides anymore. And I got this one on the bottom, the remastered, you'll see. Kind of like it better than the one that they initially had. But yeah, so this guy reached out, and dude, thank you, man. He was just super humble and completely understand, because it's like, no one wants this conversation of, hey, my files are gone. And, we're missing these. And do you have them to begin with? And then okay, cool, you might have them. Then is it going to cost me, right? And he took it in stride, man. He was awesome. And I can't thank you enough for just rolling with it and just hearing me out. And dude, this is super time consuming. And I had another past client, who reached out maybe 2 days difference from them. In their case, same concept. Basically shot them the same quote, right? Like I'm not trying to take advantage of anyone, or clearly, like, this isn't a money grab. Once again, the time and energy I spent on this, nowhere near what I'm going to get in return. Nowhere near. Like, I would have been better off handling the projects that I'm already carrying, right? Like, there's not enough time in the day to handle the projects I'm currently carrying, according to my wife. But the reality is, they wanted to cut it in half, and I get it. I just can't. There's it's a hard no. Like, I wish I could. The quote I'm giving you is what I feel is beyond reasonable, right? And hopefully no one's in this situation. But if you are in this situation, we still haven't ran into a client where we weren't able to retrieve their files. Now, a lot of that too, I just want to show you guys. Don't cheap out. If you're new to this industry, a big fan of buying the right gear, and it's cool to see it return on its investment. So this is a 16 terabyte dual bay external. Pretty crazy. We had it mirroring, but this is how many of our externals are from the past. And it pays dividends, man. Like, think about what would this, you can never, if we didn't have these project files in the project, you're never getting it. Like, that's it. End of story. And the crazier thing too is, looking through these files, I assume it was shot on one of the earlier Sony, maybe A6300, if that was even out, or it might have been Canon. I don't know. I should probably look in the metadata, but the crazy thing is how small the files were compared to today. But there's so much data now in there, right? But it's like, I fill up a 4 terabyte like nothing from video. And in the past, something like this would probably last at least a whole year. Yeah, I mean, if not 2. So now it's maybe gets me a month at best. So it's crazy. It's the investment to keep people's projects has only gotten more expensive, and I've still committed to it. I haven't deleted anyone's weddings. I still have them all. Sucks though. Sucks paying for these. I'm not gonna lie, because thanks to AI, SSDs like this are basically double to triple the price they were just a year ago. So that's a big price. A 4 terabyte now SSD, you're looking at anywhere from like $700 to $1,200, depending on the brand, the speed you want. It's crazy, man. Absolutely nuts. So that's Erica and Alex, a wedding from 2017, remastered to 2026, and sitting on an SSD hard drive, heading their way. Now here's what I need from you. If you got married anytime in the last 15 years, go open up a backup drive this week. Tonight, try to play one file from your ceremony. Open a photo. Make sure it actually loads. Find out now while there's still hopefully someone around to fix it. And if you're getting married, ask your shooter 3 questions. How long have you been in business? Where does your archive live? And what happens to my files in 10 years? 14 years in, we have never once failed to find a wedding. Not once. Ask them if they can say that. You don't have to like me. You don't have to love me. But what you can always expect is extraordinary effort and extraordinary work. The ceiling is the contract. My contract is the floor. The ticket's still in there. Go find it. When the sand runs out, we're done. I'll see you guys next time. Wishing you a great weekend.